Cool. Cool, guys. I'm live. Love that. Cool, guys. So I'm going to just cook my lunch, ask any questions. I've got it pulled up right here. I can see your comments, and let's rock and roll. So, what I am cooking for lunch, I am a creature of habit, and it is so simple, guys. So simple. So, let's grab everything that we need to grab. I'm such a creature of habit. So I really hate cooking, right? And so while I am trying to be super dialed in, as we like finish leaning out. So interesting. I did not. Um, I didn't cook for the first 75 pounds that I lost in my weight loss journey. So I lost 84 pounds in 2025, or 75 in 2025, and the rest of it this year. And I did not cook a single meal between March of 2025 and December of 2025. I ate out for every single meal. The majority of those meals were like Chipotle, tropical smoothie, etc. And as we get towards the end of the weight loss part of the journey, because the journey's never over, but as we get towards the end of the weight loss part of the journey, we've dialed in the nutrition, of course. And I hate cooking, absolutely despise it. And so I am a creature of habit. I am all about simple. And so easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But for this meal, we are going to cook a beef burger, a salmon burger. Just kidding, not a salmon burger. A beef burger, a turkey burger, 3 eggs. We're going to have 2 yogurts, some fruit. We're going to do some banana peppers, some mustard. We'll do some jasmine rice or some rice, whatever type of rice this is. Super easy, creature of habit. And then we'll do some vegetables as well. We're going to do like an Asian. There we go. Well done. Okay. Welcome, welcome. I'm cooking my lunch. Welcome. I am not a chef, but I'm a creature of habit. So it's super simple, super quick, takes about 10, 15 minutes to fix. If you have any questions, ask, and I will be glad to answer and explain why I'm doing or what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and throw some banana peppers on there. So I've got like this Asian stir fry in there, creature of habit, like I said. And so frozen vegetables for the win. And then some banana peppers, all that juice up on there. We'll add a little bit of water to the stove. There we go. Just cooking my first meal of the day. I typically eat 2 meals a day, about 1,500 calories a piece. And so I typically eat meal number one way earlier, but it's the way the cookie crumbled today. We had other things to take care of. So Get some mustard on there. Mustard is always a good choice. Low/0 calorie sauces are always a good choice. Always a good choice. So we've got that cooking. Let's go ahead. We'll set this over here. Put our plate to the side. And then we'll go ahead and get our yogurt set up. So at each meal, right now, as I do my like meal prep, because like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of cooking, but right now as we get like more and more dialed in, that's the direction it's heading in, right? And so we got to stay dialed in, stay locked in. But we've got our rice, and that's going to be really, really good. Big fan of rice. But I eat 2 yogurts every meal right now. It's the Oikos Pro. It's got 20 grams of protein per. Yeah, that's the stuff right there. That is the stuff. We've got, what do we got today? We've got vanilla and strawberry. And then we've got our fresh fruit, right? So I buy frozen fruit at Target. So I do all of my grocery shopping at Target. And I buy the frozen berries. I kind of alternate between like 3 or 4 different options of the frozen berries. It's always some sort of berries like cherries, blueberries, whoops, raspberries, blackberries, that whole thing. And then I do a cup of fruit with every meal. So 1 cup berries, 2 cups Greek yogurt. And again, it's like the high protein Greek yogurt. And so I'll just take 2 of these, plop them in this bowl. And then we'll add the fruit. And so what I do is I'll typically have like 2 of these in my freezer. I'll have like 4 or 5 in the freezer, and then I'll have 2 at a time in my fridge. And they'll typically sit in my fridge for about 24 hours before they get eaten. So they have time to thaw out, and it's not like they're not super frozen, right? Frozen is no fun. Frozen is no good. But sometimes it's kind of fun. It'll freeze the yogurt. So if I don't have time to like meal prep the fruit and I have to use the frozen fruit, it freeze the yogurt. So it's kind of interesting, but it's not as like flavorful because the juices don't get mixed up in it, and like it's definitely better this way. You guys can see, like it's definitely better this way. So that's what we're doing right here. The lighting's not great, but we're mixing up our yogurt. Cool. There's that. That is rocking and rolling. So now we're going to, as you can see, it's cooking nice. So we're going to go ahead and add our beef burger and turkey burger. Go ahead and get those cooking a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and start with our seasoning. So big fan of seasoning. This is pepper, just black pepper. Get a lot of black pepper on there. Got a little bit of this wood-fired garlic. So it's got some salt in it. Get a little bit of flavor up in there. And then we've got our Italian seasoning. Big fan of Italian. Go ahead and put a bunch of that on there. And then got some ground cumin. I'm a big fan of like the dark flavors, right? Like it adds so much to it, right? And then we've got some ground nutmeg, a little bit of ground nutmeg in there, not too much. And then we will do some cayenne pepper. Love me some cayenne in there. Not too much though. We don't want it to be too spicy. Big fan of spice, just not too much. Got some turmeric. Big fan of that. Adds a lot of flavor, adds a lot of color. And then we're gonna use a little bit of ground cinnamon. And then we ground ginger. Absolutely loving the ground ginger lately. So we'll use a decent amount of the ground ginger. And then I think, no, just kidding. We got one more. We're gonna add a little bit of this salt, pepper, garlic blend. It's kind of it's a little salty, but it adds a little bit of flavor to it. So that is gonna be it on the seasoning. And then we'll go ahead and cover that up, let those cook a little bit more. Then we are gonna chop it up. And yeah, that smell, it smells so good, guys. It smells so good. So we've got our eggs, we've got our rice, got our yogurt, and it's gonna be so good. Pop on in, ask me a question. We're cooking our meal, right? So, where are you stopping in from? What are you doing today? It's Sunday. I'm not doing a whole lot. This is meal number one for me. So it is currently 12:30 where I'm at. I'm in Southwest Florida, but pop on in, ask a question. So, what are you guys up to? Got two people in here right now. Comment, 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 comment. Also, can you hear me? I don't even know if my audio is working, guys. I don't even know. So we'll see though, right? Cool, guys. That beef burger is nice and juicy at this point. Chopping it up. Because honestly, it's just better like everything ground up, especially because it's so simple, right? Like these aren't the fanciest of burgers. A lot of people would even give me crap about it, but it's easy, guys. Like I said, I am a creature of habit. Big fan of slow and steady, easy, sustainable, like whatever you want to say, right? But yeah, guys, we got to eat so late today. Like we are so much later to this first meal. I normally eat my first meal at like 9 in the morning. So I am hungry. Blood sugar is all out of whack. Like I'm ready to go, right? I am ready to eat. We've got our yogurt right here. So yogurt and fruit. We're cooking our rice, vegetables, beef, and turkey. And soon, we're gonna add the eggs and the rice, and then we're gonna be almost done. Almost done. Faux show. It's a pretty quick meal too, so it gets cooked real quick. Chopping up that turkey right now. Still a little bit frozen. It's a good bit thicker. It's definitely got some more like moisture in it. When I don't chop it up and I just cook it straight, it's the longest to cook, but it's also like it's so juicy, which is kind of weird, right? Like turkey burgers being juicy, not really a thing. But this one is, and I got the brand by accident. I was buying a different brand and they were out. And so I had to buy this new brand. And it's way better. It's so much better. But we're gonna crack some eggs. Oh, that was a messy crack. Need the paper towels much closer. Hands are good though. We make it work. We make it work. We'll go ahead and scramble up those eggs. We'll cut the heat back up because now we want the moisture to kind of get all out of there. And then we'll put in our rice. Go ahead and chop that rice up. Get it all mixed up with the eggs, the vegetables, the juices. Let it absorb some of that. And then this is going to be a flavorful masterpiece. It doesn't look amazing, but it tastes amazing. And that's what's important, right? Long term nutrition comes from sustainability. And sometimes sustainability is practicality. How easy is it to sustain? And a lot of times it's joy. Like how Joyful is the to sustain. And with food, it comes down to flavor, man. Your food has to be good. You have to enjoy eating it. If it's miserable, if it sucks, you're not going to stick to it, right? So, it is what it is. But cool. That looks nice and good. We're going to let it cook a little bit more. Cut the stove off, still hot. And then, guys, that's it. That is my meal. We're going to get it on the plate. It's about a 1,500 calorie meal, ballpark it. I mean, we log it, but I don't remember exactly what it is. It's about 1,500 calories. So I eat twice a day, about 1,500 calories both times. So there is that. And then that's going to be it, guys. That is going to be it. So I'll check back in with you guys later. I'm going to do this at every meal that I can in case anybody has any questions. But I'm out for now. Going to eat my food, and I will see you guys later.